Over 90% of cyber attacks kick off with a smooth talking email. Hackers don't hack systems, they hack you. Social engineering is the art of tricking humans. Psychology is their weapon, and your inbox is the battlefield. This is Intellectual Point, and we help people get high-earning careers in tech. Security awareness trainers turn employees into phishing-spotting ninjas. Help desk techs sniff out fakers pretending to be Bob from accounting, and incident responders mop up when someone clicks the wrong link. A real-world example: phishing emails con workers into unleashing malware. Smart companies train their crew to spot the urgent CEO gift card scam, and they laugh it off. Hackers hate a savvy target. Let's check in with Intellectual Point instructor Stephen Ware.
We're going to talk about phishing and the phishing campaigns that are out there, how you're going to train people on this. Anomalous behavior recognition, how to train your employees on this. User guidance and training. Reporting and monitoring of this training, development of this training, and execution of this training. We're going to start with phishing campaigns. I'm going to give you a couple of examples of data that you'll want to pull up. When you're training your employees and you're developing a security training or a security awareness training program, you want to cover a couple of things, specifically delivery of the attack. Remember, delivery of the attack is part of the MITRE ATT&CK framework, and it's how an attacker is going to push an attack onto a person. They can do this through email, they can do it through IM, instant messenger, they can do it through SMS, they can do it through voice. There are lots of ways for them to deliver an attack, right? So we want to teach our employees about these delivery methods. One of the biggest ones that's very successful is phishing. Now remember, phishing is a 17 to 20% click rate. This means that 5 out of 5 employees, every 5 employees you have, 1 in 5 will click on a phishing email, open it up, read it, analyze what it's saying, and that's already bad. We want our employees to be able to look at the email, hover over the email, take a look at the links, and see if it's from a legitimate source, see if it's somebody we know, and so on. They should be able to look at an email and get an idea that it's probably a phishing email without even opening it up. We want to make sure they know how to handle these situations. So a great way to demonstrate this is to show different examples of how phishing campaigns have been successful at other companies and what the result was. So we're going to talk about phishing campaigns. Phishing campaign is a malicious strategy employed by cyber criminals to deceive individuals into revealing sensitive information. It relies on social engineering. They're delivered through email, but they can also occur via text message, social media, instant message, or even phone calls. You need to alert your employees and let them know that all of these are avenues or ways that you can be attacked. Remember, 17.8%, it's about 17 to 20%. The spear phishing clicking rate, which is a more targeted phishing attack, is a 53.2%. This is a massive increase. So if a bad guy targets one of your employers, it's 1 in 2. If it's a targeted attack, 1 in 2 of your employees at your organization will do this. We do security awareness training to reduce this likelihood. This means for every 100 phishing emails sent, roughly 18 people on average click on the malicious link. You have to train your employees. The best way to defeat against or reduce the impact of a social engineering attack is training. So you must incorporate a training program. You should include case studies of attacks like this. Between 2013 and 2015, Google and Facebook. A Lithuanian hacker named Elvadis Rimasauskis managed to trick Google and Facebook into transferring over $100 million by impersonating a Taiwanese manufacturer. $100 million. The attacker sent fake invoices using phishing techniques to create a sense of urgency, convincing the companies to wire funds to accounts he controlled. Rimasauskis was arrested in 2019, and while some funds were recovered, the incident highlighted the vulnerabilities in corporate payment process. So, great example. Study number 2, Ubiquity Networks. In 2015, Ubiquity fell victim to a phishing attack that resulted in the company losing approximately $46.7 million. Attackers used phishing emails to impersonate a third-party vendor and convince Ubiquity to transfer funds to overseas accounts. The company reported loss in its financial statements. Another example where social engineering and phishing worked. So you need to teach your employees to recognize phishing attempts through your security awareness training program. Look at email's address. Look at a domain. Look at the domain that it came from. Is it coming from Gmail? Is it coming from PayPal with an L in it? Or is it coming from support of PayPal? Things like this. One, those are very common techniques that are used by attackers to quickly get employees and people to click on things without really paying attention. People don't pay attention to what they click on. Also, you can look for spoofed addresses. These are people impersonating other people. They look like they're somebody and they're actually not. Look for generic greetings. These legitimate organizations typically address you by your name. Phishing emails often use generic greetings like "Dear Customer" or "Dear User," so that's an indicator there as well. Be wary of urgent or threatening language. Anybody who's using a principle like urgency or scarcity, those different principles we talked about with social engineering, to create a sense of urgency or scarcity, those are all indicators that it's a phishing email. Phishing emails often use urgent language, claiming that your account will be suspended or maybe you have won a prize. Make sure you scrutinize links and URLs that are attached. Hover over them. They can make the link look like one thing, but actually the link is actually behind it, which is a form of hyperlinking. Before clicking, hover over links to see the actual URL. If the link does not match the expected domain or looks suspicious, don't click it. Check for poor grammar and spelling. A lot of times there are a lot of errors in phishing emails. Something doesn't look quite right. That's because it's not quite right. Evaluate the attachments. Be cautious with attachments. Don't just open these up. If you receive unexpected attachments, especially from unknown senders, don't open them. Just don't look at emails from people you don't know. If you get a suspicious email, verify the IT department, delete the message, empty your deleted messages, monitor your accounts, and consider using multi-factor authentication to protect your accounts. Those are some of the things you should do to help train your employees on phishing. Now, anomalous behavior is when something in your organization is happening and it's not quite right. It doesn't look right. It looks weird. An anomaly is something that looks weird, and we need to train our employees to also detect anomalous behavior. Anomalous behaviors are actions or patterns that deviate from normal behavior. In order for you to understand normal behavior, you have to have a basic understanding of computers. So you can understand data breaches, insider threats, system malfunctions, laggy behavior, risky behavior. Okay? Unexpected behavior, unintentional behavior, right? All of these. Your computer's lagging. All the things we talked about with symptoms of malware, right? Symptoms of an attack. Your computer is crashing or freezing. It's slow. Resource exhaustion. There's a lot of resources being used. Maybe programs are running in the background. Maybe your settings have changed. Aren't what you made them, right? All indicators. These are all anomalous behaviors. You want to go through some of the normal behaviors a computer exhibits versus some of the abnormal the abnormal behaviors that a computer can have. Those are things that you want to look at. There's examples in each of these to kind of give you an idea. An employee who frequently connects to public Wi-Fi networks to access company data without using a virtual private network is exhibiting risky behavior. An employee who suddenly starts accessing large amounts of sensitive data for no real reason, that's suspicious behavior. You can find all this stuff on your logs. An employee accidentally sends an email containing sensitive information to the wrong recipient. Sensitive information. This is anomalous behavior.
So, do you want to outwit hackers at their own game? Come to Intellectual Point. We have live instructor-led training and on-demand training for cybersecurity and AI courses. We will help you launch your career in IT. Thanks for watching, and I hope you like and subscribe.